Hey, so in this video, I'm going to answer a question that comes to me. So this is what I'm planning to do maybe on a regular basis. I intend anyway. There'll come a point where I start repeating myself, I'm sure. But one of the ways that you learn is repetition. So I put a call out to ask who had, a particular problem that I could maybe help with NLP. And somebody sent this through. I won't name people. Thank you for this. As you may have seen me a bit, but not often enough, I'm having a block to doing it live, as in talking trading, of course. I was doing it on the demo a while ago, did well, then poof, stopped. Can't seem to get it back, right? I asked if there was a particular reason why, and she just said, not sure, it seems different when you go live. Okay, it could be the fear too. I was gung-ho, then it just stopped. Somebody in the group is wonderful. Again, won't say, well, I can't. Anne is wonderful, and so didn't get it. Then I feel bad, guilty for not continuing and seem to procrastinate. Is this common? Yes, it is common, because it is common, because what you got to realize is when you are doing it on demo, there is no risk. And what happens when people are on demo is when they win, they tend to do a little happy dance. Yeah, this is great. I'm learning Forex and I've just made potential money there. If I was doing this for real, I've made all this money. This is great. I love it. Even if it's a small win, it doesn't matter because it proves the concept. But when you have a loss on demo, guess what? Thank God it was demo. There's no real jeopardy, is there? Other than some people get a bit kind of, why haven't I learned it in a week? Some people try and learn it in a week and you can't do that. So that's the first thing. That's one of the reasons why it's normal. This is why I recommend start on demo to get what I call the mechanics down. So you know what button to press, you know how to enter a trade, you know how to get out of the trade, you know how to set a stop loss, you know how to use the harmonic scanner or whatever tool. If you're using software, whatever you're using, you've learned how to look for order blocks or anything that you're using to trade, volume, okay? Then what I actually do is I recommend to people go on a small live account. I've got another solution maybe for you, but start on a small live account where it is real money. I've got to be careful how I word this. To the vast majority of people out there, $100 isn't a vast amount of money. It's not a life-changing amount of money, if you understand what I'm saying. Sure, we don't want to lose it. Sure, we don't want to waste it. But if you have learnt the mechanics on demo and then you are starting to apply that on a small amount of money with sensible lot sizes, the chances of you actually blowing that $100 is very, 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 very small, right? It's only if you do something stupid, which is why we say start on demo. Because I have done all sorts of stupid things, right? By mistake. Right? I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just saying by mistake. I've entered trades on the wrong currency pair. I've put the wrong lot sizes in. I've got out of trades when I should have stayed in. I've got stayed in trades when I should have got out accidentally. So that's one thing though, because when you do see, I've actually made $3 today. It's not a lot of money, but it's real money that you have made, and that's a different mindset. So that's the first thing. Second thing, based on that. When I started trading Forex, I didn't have the resources that we have now. And one of those resources that has come is prop firms, where people will actually fund you. They'll give you an account to trade with if you can prove you can trade properly. So what you might want to consider is start on demo to get the mechanics, go to an FTMO demo, because they offer a free trial. So they're really good for doing that. You can take an absolute free trial, but you have to play by their rules. Once you've got that down, what you could do is then, rather than put $100 into your own account, I think with my Forex funds, I think it's only $89 to get a 10,000 funded account. I don't know when you're watching this, well, at the time of recording it, I think that's right. You need to check it on the website is what I'm saying. Don't take my word for it. Check it on the website. But I believe it's $89 to take part for a $10,000 funded account. And you start with their demo and you have to grow that by 8%. Putting $100 into that, right? So if you put $100 into your own account and you're going to compound it, although it's still amazing and what you can do in a year is absolutely fantastic. That's partly why I called this retire in a year. I called it retire in a year because you could start with 100. You could potentially turn that into 120,000 if you compound it at 3% per trading day, right? Obviously, you can do it faster if you take more than one trade a day. but every trade carries risk, right? So you absolutely can do that, but risk to reward. There's a part in your brain called the nucleus accumbens, and that's the part of the brain that looks at risk to reward. That's why sometimes people procrastinate, don't go to the gym. If I want to get really fit and get muscly, right, I know I need to go to the gym and I need to lift weights. There's a part, this nucleus accumbens, part of my brain in here somewhere, looks at that and says, yeah, I get that, but it's going to take a long time, isn't it? So it actually kills it dead. It like the risk to reward, the reward is a long way off. That nucleus accumbens can't really sort of pull that forward. And that's why a lot of people don't diet, they don't go to the gym. So if you look at a funded account though, rather than put $100 into your own account and grow it over a year, put $89 into one of my Forex funds. The risk to reward is 5 days, you have to do a minimum of 5 days trading to pass stage 1, minimum of 5 days to pass stage 2. So that means in 10 trading days, you could do it in as little as 10 days. And I'm going to tell you now, don't rush, because even if it took a month, you get 30 days to do it, right? What would that matter? Then you get a funded account for $10,000. The risk to reward there is much better, isn't it? Nucleus accumbens, fantastic part of your brain if you know how to use it. So that is the next thing I would say. Okay, 1, practice on real money, like $100. Number 2, try that, maybe try that, look at the risk to reward that you get. Now for some people you're going, yeah, but the risk to reward's better, Paul, but it's still making me scared. So this is the main thing I wanted to cover today, and it's called submodality shifts. So in one of the videos in this course we talk about submodalities. Okay, so we create pictures in your head, in our heads, we hear sounds in our heads. So when you think of like a birthday party that you went to, it's not the actual birthday party, is it? It's all happening in here. Okay, so when you think about it now, and I'm sure you can see a picture of the cake, you can see the presents, you can see the people that were there, you can hear maybe the music that was playing, people singing happy birthday, whatever. That is all going on inside our heads. Also kinesthetic feelings. So our brain works a bit like a projector. And if I say to somebody, create a vivid picture of that birthday party, they go, okay. And I say, point to it, because it projects. You can't turn your eyes inside out to look inside your brain. So some people go, oh, the picture is right in front of me, it's up there, it's over to the right, it's off to the side, wherever, it doesn't matter. So there's more detailed videos in the course, but so because they're there, and hopefully you've seen those, right? If not, go and find them. They're short. I'm trying to keep all these videos fairly short. Okay, so what you're going to do, get a piece of paper. So if I'm looking at, if I ask you to think about trading on demo, you'll create a picture of trading on demo. So for demo, right, there's you. It's a great drawing. Look at that. I should be an artist. So there's you, right? When I say think about trading on demo, you'll get a picture. And let's supposing, for argument's sake, the picture is up in that direction. Camera's crazy. So the camera's up. Sorry, the picture is up in that direction. Let's supposing that there's sound, and that sound might be internal dialogue. Sound doesn't have to be something you hear from outside. It could be internal, and that could just be, what do you hear in your head? Or do you hear noises? Do you play music when you trade, for example? Let's suppose in the picture is 3-dimensional, right? So it looks like real world, it's 3D. Let's supposing it's quite big. Let's supposing it's got a black border around it. Okay, it's a rectangle. Well, I'll put square, so it looks more like a square with my crappy drawing. So it's a square, and it's in color, right? And you are associated, right? Or let's do associated. Now, associated, again, we talk about it in the course here, but associated is seen through your own eyes, right? So the picture of you trading on demo, you're seeing through your own eyes. The picture is quite big. It's got a black border around it. It's 3D, and you can hear sounds, and you can hear you talking to yourself. Whatever it is for you, your picture might be completely different, right? It might be, but we're all different, okay? So I can't tell you what it is for you. Only you can do that, but you can think about those things. You can understand it, and you might think about, as you think about it, you might get a feeling. You might get a feeling maybe in your in your chest, for example, right? So you get a good feeling in chest, right? So now if we look at trading live, now think about trading live. So there's demo, trading live, right? And the picture isn't up to the left in this case, it's up to the right. And it's not a square, it's a circle. And there's no border, and it's 2D instead of 3D. So, and it's smaller. No, it's bigger. This one's bigger. I've got to go with what I've just drawn, haven't I? Right. So this one's bigger than the other one, than the demo one, right? And it's in black and white, not color. And you're disassociated, which means you can see yourself in the image, right? You're not looking through your own eyes. You can actually see yourself sat there trading. And there's maybe sound, and maybe it's a different type of sound. Maybe it's still a voice in your head, but it's a different voice in your head. And maybe you get a feeling in your stomach, not your chest. So what you can do, if you think about these two images that you create and these two sort of experiences that you create, one on live, one on demo, what you can actually do is you can actually, in your head, you can turn that picture into a rectangle, into a square or a rectangle. You can move the picture from there over to the same side as that one. So what you would do, you would do that. You would literally, just in your head, you can do it. You try it. You just like move it over there. And you put you'd make it go into a square, and you put a black border around it. And you make it color. And instead of being disassociated, you associate. So all of a sudden what you do is you step into that image. So it's like you're seeing through your own eyes. So you're seeing the market in front of you, right? So that is what you can do, right? So you can, it's called submodality mapping. So you can actually take what's bad and you can move it all over to what's good or manageable for you. Once you've done that, once you've moved everything and you're happy, right? So everything from the bad has gone to the good or manageable. Okay. What you do when you've done that, what I need you to do is just, when I do it live with people, I get them to give me like their car registration number backwards or something like that. What you need to do is, like, when you've got it, you need to go, okay. And then you need to do a big sum or something like that. Because what happens then, when we change these submodalities, we want them to stay. And the brain works a bit like a computer. It can only deal with so much information at a time. So when you're thinking about those things, right, those submodalities, and you've moved it and trading on demo and trading live, once you've moved it over, we need to save it back to the hard drive in our brain. And how you do that is you think of something else, anything else, right? But it's got to be something where, you know, like a sum is a great example. So you think of doing a sum and you go like 17 plus 12 minus 35. So your brain has to kind of put that trading live, trading demo that you've changed to make it good, to make trading live good. It has to file that away as good because it saves it as it is at the last time. So just move your submodalities over, okay, and then bang, okay, I'm going to do a big complicated sum. I would write the sum out first on a sheet of paper. Don't work it out, okay. Do your little NLP exercise there, and then look and say, what sum did I give myself for some random numbers, and try and work it out. And that just ensures that the brain saves it the way it is. So that's all I'm going to do for this video. I also plan in the course to do a video on tapping, which I absolutely thought was a joke until I actually did it on the course, and it was absolutely amazing. So I'm going to cover that inside the course. And I've also done a video about your relationship with money. That's inside the course as well. But I'm going to do more of these, trying to answer specific questions with people. So hope you found this useful.